Hey guys, I'm working on a project right now. A local cold brew coffee guy needed me to make 24 tap handles. I need to replicate his current tap handles because he's kind of in a pinch and he needs them right away. The tricky part is that there is a bit of a curve on that, you can see, and it tapers down, so it's thicker at the top and it's narrower in the middle. I wanted to make a jig and see what I can come up with, and it's working pretty well, so I figured I would show it to you. Right here are the blanks. These are the blanks for the tap handles. There's gonna be 24 in total. I got all my holes drilled for the ferrules that will come at some point. And then the jig is over here. When you put the wood in, it goes in just like that. And then these sides, these little walls, are angled down. These right here are just spacers, so when the router bit goes across it, it'll go past it and not hit the wall. And then this piece right here is a stop for the router. I made an extended base plate for it. I got some room to slide it all the way across. Inside, I'm using a dish cutting bit because of the radius that has. It's not identical, but it's good enough, and it's coming out really well. Here are some that I've made so far. You can see the marks from making multiple passes, but that's easily sanded. I'm pretty much just going about it the same way you would flatten a slab. The walls that are higher at the top and lower at the bottom, and that allows me to get this. And then I have the stop block there, stops it before I get to the end. So that way, that dish cutting bit gives me that little profile right there. I'm getting the best results by doing 3 passes. So I'm plunging the router down about 1/3 of the way first, and then the second third, and then the final pass is the full depth that I'm setting it to. Putting the blanks into the jig, really simple, they just pop right in there. This little piece with a 1/4 inch dowel there and a hole there, and that's just gonna pop in, and that sort of helps keep this in place. Then I made these little wedges just to kind of push in between there and push in between here. And that just helps keep everything side to side play to a minimum. And you can see the first depth plunge only removes material about halfway up the tap handle, and that's good. But you can see that profile there, and that profile is from the dish cutting bit, and it's exactly what I want. So now that the first pass is done, I'm gonna plunge a little bit further and move along with my second pass. So here's the second pass, and as you can see, the second pass depth made it up the tap handle a little further, right about to this spot here. So there you have it. I'm gonna plunge down a little deeper and finish this out. And there's the third pass. So on that plunge, it took it all the way to the end, just shy of the end, because I want this end here to be to still be the same thickness as it was originally, because the thickness of this end and this end are the same. So when I go to do the other side, I just pop all my little stoppers out, take it out, flip it over, push it back into place, put my little workpiece stopper in there, and these little wedges in place. And now everything is the same height, and everything rides along the rails, these walls, exactly the same as on the other side. And I can just repeat that process and do the other side. And so here you can see what I've done so far. There's a few here, and they've all got that perfect profile that I've been looking for. The next step obviously is going to be to shape them. So I got to cut the angle from the top to bottom and then round over the top. But I'm not going to show that in this video, only because this is just to show you how the jig was working. So I hope you guys found that video to be useful. I think jigs are awesome, and I've been making more of them lately, and they've just been really helpful. So it's a lot of fun. You may only use it one time, but if it's that one time it makes it all easier to do that job, then I'm all for it. So you've also might have noticed that I've got my dust collector hose set up right there, and that way it catches, you know, a bunch of the chips that come flying out and some of the finer dust. I've also got the dust hose to the shop vac set up on the router itself. That comes in through, sucks all the dust out through here. So that pulls some in, and then the dust collector pulls some in. You know, this tightens up when the air starts sucking. This has a lot of tension in it. And when the router is sliding on this acts almost like a rubber band that brings it back. So it's a little bit easier to control when I go to the right. So I pull it to the left, and then the hose naturally sort of helps bring it back to the right. And then I just repeat that over and over. So thanks for watching. You know, subscribe if you like that video. You can hit the like button and all that good stuff. You know how YouTube works. So thanks for watching, stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one.